Greetings everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. I really appreciate you stopping by, and let's get into it. I'm gonna ask some more interesting questions. Alright, let's see. Today's question is, what is Operation Dominic? What is Operation Dominic? Now before I can answer this question, if you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell button to be notified. Alright, let's get into it. Today's question is more into the tinfoil conspiracy topic, right? But I'll leave it to you to think and come up with your own conclusion. Now, what is Operation Dominic? You can do your own research. You have a smartphone like me. You can do your own research. But to save you time, I'm gonna read it for you. It says Operation Dominic was a series of 31 nuclear test explosions with a 338.1 MT. And what is MT? It says TNT equivalent. It's basically a term. Total yield conducted in 1962 by the United States in the Pacific Ocean. All right. Now, let's continue. It says this test series was scheduled quickly in order to respond in kind to the Soviet resumption of testing after the tactic 1958 to 1961 test moratorium. Most of these shots were conducted with free fall bombs dropped from B-52 bomber aircraft. So that's what it's saying now. Hold on a second. Don't mind the kids, they're playing outside. 20 of these shots were to test new weapon designs, 6 to test weapons effects, and several shots to confirm the reliability of existing weapons. Now, here's the part why I wanted to go in detail, because remember, I had a video earlier about truth is stranger than fiction, and I'll probably link the video up here whenever I do the editing, that you can watch the video yourself. This final paragraph that I'm about to read will pull you in to understand why I'm answering this question. It says the Thor missile was also used to lift warheads into near space to conduct high altitude nuclear explosion tests. These shots were collectively called Operation Fishbowl. Now, I'll make another video telling you what Operation Fishbowl is. So, I'm answering the question, right? It says, what is Operation Dominic, right? So what I just gave you an explanation. It says it was a series of nuclear tests that was done by the U.S. in the Pacific Ocean. It says some of them, they were dropping it like bomb to test the effects of the weapon, and testing previous weapon to see how reliable they are, right? The effect. Now they mentioned something about the Thor missile, right? Now you're like, what the hell is a Thor missile? Because who you know Thor, the Norse god who has the hammer, and they're making a Hollywood movie like the Marvel version of the myth, right? So it says Thor. These are missiles that were being launched were up to the sky, to the ceiling. And when you go to Operation Fishbowl, which I'll actually have a separate video to tell you what it is, simply put, it says Operation Fishbowl was a series of high-altitude nuclear tests in 1962 that were carried out by the United States as part of the larger Operation Dominic nuclear test program. And I'll make it simple because I'll make a video about it because I want to focus more on Operation Dominic. Under the cloud of, we're trying to compete with the Russians, so they have weapons, we want to have weapons, kind of like Cold War, feel like, competition, Sputnik, going to space, men walking on the moon. What they're not telling you is, they were using this weapon. They're not testing on each other. What they were trying to do is, they were trying to break the ceiling. So they're basically, with their wizards, warlocks, they're creating chemical reaction to create bombs, explosions, that if they launch it and they hit the diamond that's protecting this earth, the atmosphere, they're trying to crack it. That's why they have this phrase, we're scratching on the surface, we hitched the ceiling, we're trying to we're breaking the pieces of the ceiling, like this terminology. I don't want to get too deep, but what I'm saying is, here is the actual fact from the US government that they were testing nuclear weapons in high altitude, quote unquote, going up to space. When you read the actual, they tell you that they were actually trying to crack it open. But guess what happened? They failed. So what they had to do, they had to create Hollywood production to tell you, we were able to crack the ceiling and go to the moon. When the moon is within the earth. How about that? So there you have it, Operation Dominic. What is Operation Dominic? It was basically a series of nuclear tests done by the United States military. And on the next video, I'll do one about Operation Fishbowl. Fishbowl. So, thank you very much for stopping by. If you made it this far, congratulations. You have a long attention span, right? Everybody these days have short attention span. So, I really appreciate it for your support. If you like this kind of content or you have suggestion, feel free to leave in the comments below. And if you have a disagreement or you want to offer some pushback, I don't mind. Let's have a conversation. But just remember to have clever comments. Be smart with your words. You have knowledge, you're smart. You know English, because YouTube censorship is at all-time high. You can't say certain words, right? Like, I'll give an example. You can't use the word RAPE. You can say it on the comment because your comment won't appear. YouTube will delete it. So you have to be clever with the words. You could say grape and then emphasize with the R, or you could say Gerap. So, be clever. I'm just giving an example of one words that is not acceptable on YouTube anymore. So it's like, I cannot tell a story if I can use certain words, even if it's not quote unquote taboo, but you get my point. So I appreciate it. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys on the next video. And remember, if you're new, if you forgot, like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you'll be notified. Peace, and hopefully I'll see you on the fishbowl video. Peace. Sealing is life.